Live every night on the Halos in the Infield Baseball Network.
Think about it. We'll get into everything that we're going to get into as we go along, but I got to rant real quick. But why would you throw out an inexperienced pitcher in a game you're still close in? And I don't care what the record is. You show up for a fucking rivalry game. But he's actually talking to him constantly. That is a sign of a really, really good coach.
It's the ToddFox postgame podcast with your host, ToddFox.
Because the only thing I want to yell is fuck! Hey, welcome into another episode of the ToddFox show here. Postgame, talking about the Angels and Cardinals here live from the ToddFox studios. Halos in the infield, by the way. 714 tickets, 714 tickets. We will be announcing the jersey winner tomorrow, so you'll have an opportunity to see if you've been purchasing tickets with our Heedy program in the promotion code on 714tickets.com. You can also, if you've been doing that, you're in the running, and we'll have the drawing tomorrow. All you have to do is, when you purchase tickets, punch in HITI. That gets you automatically in drawing for May. And for May to get a free jersey from the Halos in the Infield crew. But for right now, Halos in the Infield, the promotion still is 10% off via 714 tickets, an additional 5% off to your next purchase. And you also get introduced into that new chance to win a jersey for the month of May. So with that being said, hello and welcome to the show. The Angels get a W tonight, and look, it's not easy for the Angels to get wins like this. It's rare when they start to finish get a W, and fortunately on the road trip so far, that's 2 in a row. Yes, on Sunday's game with Suarez, they led from start to finish. Really didn't have too many threatening, innings by the Brewers, and the Angels held on for a 3-0 shutout. And then today, couple that with a 4-run first inning, you kind of hope that they would got more guys on, got more runs as the game went on. But they were able to get a big insurance run after holding the Cardinals off there in the 6th inning. And Davinsky doing a really good job pitching 2 innings, getting out of a jam. And what a double play turned by our young shortstop in Zach Neto. Glove flip over there to Drury. Drury barehands it and throws it to first. We all know that Drury's a better second baseman right now. He plays a little bit better than Renifo. And I did like the fact that, again, if you've noticed Zach Neto playing shortstop, his throws to first base, Urshela or whoever is playing at first base hardly steps to his left or to his right to make the catch of any kind of aired throw or whatever. Usually Neto, whether it's on the run, whether it's with his feet set, whether it's in the hole, he throws the ball just dead accurate every time. And boy, did he have a good game tonight. Defensively, nothing was getting by him. What is it? We had Ohtani with a night off tonight. Unfortunately, Trout after game 2 with the 2 home runs, he's cooled off again. Went 0 for 4 tonight. I think had a strikeout and a walk. So that's a little still disconcerting because now he's under 300 for the first time this year. But you had Chad Wallach with 2 hits tonight, so that's good. And that's what Fernando and I always preach is if you can get a catcher hitting over 250, you're usually pretty good with that. And so far, Chad Wallach's at 261, so he's been pretty consistent since being called up again for the Angels. And then tonight, like I said, you got off to a good, you needed someone like Ward to have a good game. Now, he didn't particularly finish the game as strong as he started, but that 3-run homer set the tone right away. That 3-run homer made it 4-0, put Matz in a situation to now where you're trailing. It gave Sandoval all kinds of confidence. And for the most part, besides him throwing a little bit too many pitches in this game at certain points of the game, he was dead on with his stuff. And he was really good tonight. He had a lot of good pitching, and that's the thing that they're going to need for the Angels moving on is Patrick Sandoval to have more starts like this, because if you can get back-to-back starts with Sandoval, because now they got Sandoval in the number 1 spot for whatever reason. It doesn't seem to be in the number 6 spot unless they're just counting it like that, whatever. But it kind of just looks like, 1A, 1B. And, both pitchers have been pitching pretty good. Obviously, Ohtani's on another level. But Sandoval, as much as he's thrown pitches, he's kept his ERA is barely at 2.67. So he's really been pitching pretty good. So if he continues to do this, you got potential 2 aces up top. You just need our boy Detmers to get it going a little bit. Suarez is the wild card. Canning's been pitching much better. So, it's looking pretty good rotation-wise. Now, we had some news today with Quijada. Quijada's been the off and on closer. He's going in for a second opinion. He could be done for the year. It could be some damage in his elbow or his shoulder, and that's always a bad sign because you'd hate to see him go on Tommy John because it's like adios, senor. He's gone for at least a good year or two, at least a year and a half before he starts pitching again. So it could be tough for the Angels to lose a guy like him that has fiery stuff when he's on. So that's something to look at. So right now you got Quijada on the injured list. You got Tepera back. You sent down Wentz today, which a lot of people were pissed off because he has a 0.97 ERA, but you sent him down because he's one of the only pitchers that has options. So a lot of these guys you have up here now, if they fail at any point, they're at risk of being DFA'd, and any other team can claim them. They could outright accept the assignment back. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what they do as far as moving forward. If the Angels are going to add some more players from outside, we heard that Sanchez as a catcher was released today. He released himself as he didn't take the contract from the Giants. That was a player that the Angels were looking at. So there's a couple catchers like Gooby was saying that could be available. And I will say one thing too before I get into a couple more things about this game is the fact that, again, I'm not a Matty V fan. I'm just not a Matty V fan except when he does the show, the video game. He's excellent on there. But calling our games, he has not been quite good. And I'll just tell you this. When Randazzo's in there, for whatever reason, he makes me appreciate him a lot more when Matty V's in there. Matty V calls a game. Usually the Angels stink, and he's often talking about stuff that doesn't pertain to the game, or he's just being overly dramatic. I like Randazzo. Randazzo's really to the point, and he also brings up stuff that normal commentators wouldn't. Like I don't know if you caught that earlier in the game, but he brought up the fact that Manny Ramirez and Mike Trout and I think his Edgar Martinez had similar numbers. And he said that both of those guys are should be Hall of Famers. Manny Ramirez isn't a Hall of Famer because of PEDs that he let into his career. And right away, Gubazaw, I love Gubazaw, but you could tell he didn't want to touch that because that was a bit controversial for him. Right away, he's like, yeah, Edgar Martinez was a great player, and that's a good comparison to Mike Trout. Didn't even touch Manny Ramirez, man. I love that. There's little things like that those two go good together. And like I said, Randazzo's really, really good in bringing out the good and the bad. He doesn't do the whole halo honk stuff. He was the one that, when we got a lot of shit on this page for saying that Trout was in a slump, nobody wanted to believe it. Randazzo was on there saying, yeah, Trout's, outside of a couple hits with nobody on, he really hasn't done nothing. His words. So, if we were saying it before but he was man enough on a Halo honkish network like Bally's and AM 830 and everyone to do with the Angels organization who really doesn't speak up too much. Randazzo said it is really good at telling it like it is. So I like him a lot as a commentator for the Angels. A few other good things to talk about tonight. The bullpen looked excellent. Like I said before, Davinsky came in for his second hold. 2 innings, perfect ball. Not a walk, not a strikeout. He's a little his fastball can tend to rise a little bit, but it's not something where you're like, oh, damn it, like he pitched really good. And he's coming off Tommy John from last year and the year before. And so last year was the whole tune-up year in 22. This year, he looks good. Talk about a good, solid pickup by Perry in the offseason that went under the radar. He pitched really good in the minors. and he seems to be wanting to keep himself up here. Now, here's the thing. Signing a minor league deal, he's another one of those pitchers to where if he were to suck or get into some sort of situation, we would have to DFA him. That's the only problem. He's out of options, but he's a good pitcher. So right now, as a veteran, he's pitching fine, and I like him in the role that they're putting him in. And I think I'm eating crow on Moore as well. I never liked Moore in the 8th inning, 7th inning. I thought, man, he's more of a 5th, 6th inning guy. Give you 2 or 3 innings out of the bullpen, whether you're losing, sort of like a Jaime player. But you know what? Moore has proven me wrong every time. It's almost like I don't want to see Loop now in that situation. I'd rather see Moore in late inning, high pressure situations, and let's save Loop for like the 5th or 6th inning if it's a 2-run lead, 2-run deficit, stuff like that. And then Estevez came through with another perfect inning, 2 strikeouts, even though it wasn't a closing situation. The only bark that I have about this game is please don't use the excuse that Estevez pitched tonight, and if we're in a closing situation with Ohtani tomorrow, say, oh, he can't pitch. Don't pull that Nevin bullshit. Let him pitch again. He didn't throw that many pitches tonight. Calm your ass down. Let him pitch. So let's get into the awards for tonight. First, the Stamos Award. I think we're going to give it to, I would give it to Sandoval, but he ran his pitch count up a little too high in 2 innings. I believe it was the 2nd inning, and it was the 5th inning. He got into some trouble. He pitched out of it. That's what he usually does, except that Yankee game. He usually pitches out of trouble, and he threw a little bit too many pitches in those 2 innings. I would have gave it to him because his final line was 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run. But he had 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, and he threw about 97 pitches. But I'm going to only give it to Taylor Ward. And yes, he only had that 1 hit, but it was a big hit. It was a big 3-run home run that got the job going for the Angels and that gave them the 4-run lead, and they were able to hold on to that. So essentially, that was the game-winning hit in the 1st inning. It was a big 3-run homer because otherwise, again, you have to rely on the rest of that offense. Guys like Hunter Renfroe's had like a bad series or bad road trip, so the big guns did not come through in this one. But Rendon's RBI earlier too in the inning helped the Angels. But that home run by Ward in the spot he's in, maybe that'll help him at the leadoff spot. He brought his average up to 209. We're gonna get, and again, there's no glaring player that was out there, and I was threatening a little bit, or I was being persuaded a little bit by Fernando, and I forgot to mention it right now. He just brought it up. He wanted Brett Phillips to be the Stamos. I thought about it, and Fernando brought up a good point. Nobody can put on a samurai hat better than Brett Phillips. So I was really seriously considering it because his hat putting on skills was on point tonight. He put it on Ward's head like so perfectly. It was beautiful. But there was no glaring players that really stood out to me as really, really deserving the Nacho night, because usually there's like someone that makes an error or goes 0 for 4, gets the hat trick in strikeouts, or maybe even the golden sombrero, or struck out and left a lot of guys on base. So, we'll give him the Stamos or the Nacho. But this one's a little difficult, but here's the award winner for Nacho night tonight.
All the chips, all the cheese, all the refried beans, all the onion and tomato and the guacamole, all the beef and jalapeno and the sour cream, all the nachos.
And again, this one was not an easy one to give away, but I'm going to give it away to Steven Matz. Steven Matz, unfortunately, is a tough luck loser. He hadn't pitched this good probably all season. You would say, well, why are you saying that he hasn't pitched as good and he gets the Nacho? Well, he gave up those 4 runs. Had he not had that 4-run first inning, who knows where this game was? Because for the most part afterwards, he kept the Angels off balance till the 6th inning, till the bullpen came in and gave up that run later on. But he went 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned all. He had 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, and of course the big home run that he gave up. But other than that, if you look at the way he pitched a lot like Sandoval did in New York, where he had that real rough first inning against New York, and then he just settled in, gave the Angels some innings, gave them opportunities to come back. And he kind of did that here too, because when it was 4-1, they had the tying runners on, and they couldn't get him in. So credit the bullpen and Davinsky for getting the job done. But yeah, that was what it came down to. It came down to the 5th and 6th innings right there when they had an opportunity to put a couple runs up on the Angels. So there you have it for tonight. Steven Matz gets your Nacho Award for Nacho Night, and then the Stamos goes to Ward because he essentially had the big 3-run homer that had the Angels hold on the whole time. So there you go. Let's see. Let's get into the comments here tonight. Josh checking in, making sure I say 714 tickets, 714 tickets. And then James checking in, James Malou, weatherman extraordinaire, by the way. He's checking in with Balls, and Lars Nutbar. I mean, Nutbar is just a great name.
Tonight, it's time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and John Stamos.
John Stamos, yes. Big 20 says, guess what month it is finally? And yeah, meaning May. Also, yeah, it's the one right there. Hi Guy says, I'm proud to say that we won this game without skipping a beat. This team needs more games like this. And Hi Guy, how does it sound and how does it feel to win a game from start to finish back-to-back times and not have to worry about the blow pen, not having to worry about, can we hold this lead? Why are we making mistakes? It was a clean game from start to finish. Now, granted, it's the Cardinals. And usually in any other season that I can remember, at least recently, the Cardinals are really difficult. But that whole Molina Phil not being there and other stars that, used to don that Cardinals jersey, it's a little bit different nowadays. This team is 10 games under 500. That's hard to believe this early in the season. 10-20 moving forward. I don't know, how long it's going to go. I don't know if they're going to regroup from this. But in a division with improving teams, they got to do something quick, and hopefully it's not against us. With Ohtani pitching tomorrow and Griffin Canning pitching the finale, I would love for the Angels to turn a 0-2 start on the road trip to a 4-2 start. I know I'm thinking ahead of myself, but I'm hoping tomorrow that we can give some more run support to Ohtani, have a little bit more better at bats, work the counts more, and put some more pressure, because the Angels do that, and they've done that a lot this season, to where, you'll get off and you put a crooked number up in the first, either maybe first inning, second inning, or third, and then they'll go about like 3 or 4 innings just doing nothing. Fly outs, ground outs, quick at bats, and just putting the pitching right back out there. So I'm hoping the Angels can knock that off and get into some sort of flow real quick here. Why do we have Phillips on our team? He has 0 hits this season. Send him down or DFA. He's essentially Sean Figgins without a bat. Right now, he's literally what Sean Figgins started his career as. I know Brent Phillips is a veteran. He's not a rookie, but Sean Figgins started the same way. Remember 02 season? He was used a lot in the postseason towards September as well. He was a base runner / outfielder. I believe he would fill in center field or in right field, or maybe that was Alex Ochoa. Maybe they put Figgins in the infield. I forget, but he was literally like a defensive replacement / base runner, and they didn't have a hat to give out at the time, but I'm sure if they did, he would be the hat provider back in the day. But yeah, Brett Phillips is there because his speed and because his defense, and he plays a flawless center field, so you can't knock him for that. But yes, I would love for him to get some hits, but he is super over right now. Should we be looking at Sanchini? We should, as far as any kind of depth, because again, the only other catcher in the organization's barely getting out of Inland Empire right now, so he's got a ways to go. And yes, he'll be a hitter up in the majors probably the next year or two, but we need someone established as a veteran, especially with no timetable still. No timetable at all. There's no news on Stassi. We've been getting news on just about every other player, but when it comes to Stassi, when it comes to, we're getting some good news every now and then about Walsh, but we've heard absolutely nothing. It's got to be something severe in his family, plus the injury that he has is worse than they think. So I think it's a combination right now. It's not looking good for Stassi's return. Kroomskar says, my niece, a freshman playing varsity, hit a grand slam in her first at bat in the CIF playoffs. Well, congratulations, Jason. Hopefully send her our love and tell her way to go. Big 20 says, dang it. Sean says, Quijada getting hurt is a blessing in disguise. Now, you never want to hope that someone gets hurt. I think that he can be a pitcher that's going to fit in good with the Angels, but I don't know his contract status moving forward. But if it is something to where he needs some surgery, that might have been the last time we see him in an Angel uniform, unfortunately. Liked Rendon's dazzle tonight, Robert says. Big 20 says Artie got mad at Prey for getting angry at Nevin, and so Artie stepped in and was like, stupid. Yes. Also,
I'm so wasted.
Nick says, great win, boys. Love watching Neto on defense. How about Davinsky? Both those guys are pretty good players. And right now, with Neto's defense right now, Davinsky's pitching. I know it's just starting for Davinsky, and he'll probably hit a rough patch at some point. But right now, I got to like his moxie, got to like his stuff. He's got a lot of proof. And again, for a guy that took a minor league deal as a veteran, he's got to prove himself to get, more money and more playing time. So I'm thinking as long as you're putting up outs right now and zeros, you'll be fine. And right now, that's what this bullpen needs. And I was surprised to know that it was 10 innings in a row now that they're working on scoreless, so that's pretty good. Randy's slurping on something. Jason says Davinsky. He loves Davinsky. Kyle Strange says, did you hear Locked On Angels confirm that Perry was giving Nevin a bullpen playbook to go off of, and Artie told Perry to let Nevin do his job? Ooh. Wow. That's kind of weird right there because, man, I don't know. I mean, where did Locked On get their information from, Kyle? Because all I want to know is who's really in charge. I think that's the thing that a lot of Angel fans want to know. Is Perry pulling the strings? Because if Artie's right there too, he's in on it as well. And then if Perry's got to be sitting there just like, okay, what do I do? And I'm hoping that this whole bullshit about not letting a pitcher pitch back-to-back nights isn't a Perry thing, because you would think he'd be pulling pitchers out here or getting pitchers up from the minors with a sense of, okay, we're going to pitch you 2 days in a row, then don't bitch about it. We got you, and we're going to give you innings, and if you're hot, you're hot. Stuff like that. It should be on that. It shouldn't be just because, we feel that we got to rest our guys. I really don't like that. Infinite One says, when is Loop going to be out of options? Well, he's out of options, but he's a veteran, and you're not going to send him down, but he'd have to really crap the bed for them to get rid of him. Brett Phillips got robbed on the Stamos, Fernando says. Let's see. Also, it jumped right there. The new bullpen setup of Davinsky, Silseth, and Moore is working, and Nevin is using Estevez as our regular closer like he should be now that Perry's analytics got overruled by Artie. Time to hope. And you know what, Little Wayne? Okay, if that is the case, that's the second one, because I didn't get a chance to listen to Locked On. By the way, those guys are good, by the way. But I love our show, though. So listen to our show. But, that is good. I mean, I'm not sold on Silseth yet. I just don't like the fact they're using him in the bullpen when he should be a starter. That'd be like if they turn Chris Rodriguez into a starter and then get him worked out and everything, get him through his injuries if he ever comes back, and then use him in the bullpen. Or Canning, if they were to stretch him out as a starter in the minors, give him all those rehab starts, and then bring him back as a reliever. It's dumb. Also, Phillips deserves the Stamos. Sean's agreeing with that. Big 20 says no. I know it's 30 games into the season for the Cardinals, but I've never seen them this bad. Yeah, I've never seen them this bad either. They look really lethargic and out of it. Randy says, so you mean Ward had a clutch home run? Laugh out loud. That was the first inning. Yank, yank. First inning, yes, I never said it was clutch. I said it was a big home run, but it's not clutch. It wasn't done in the fourth quarter of the game. It wasn't done in the seventh inning of the game. It's a big home run early, and they were able to hold on. And it's essentially your game winner because it was hit at that point and nothing else happened. Had it been hit in that particular time, the other team catches up, takes the lead, and someone else hits a home run to put the Angels ahead. That's clutch. Also, the chair says, at work, I was listening to the game and I was thinking to myself, watch Ward is going to homer in the first bat, and boom, goes the dynamite. And sometimes you can call it like that, and it's awesome. It's sometimes like you're like, okay, I think this dude's due, and then he hits one, and that's pretty crazy. Robert says, James, I was thinking the same thing about the Cards. And it's weird, too, because I think it was – the year that he hit all those home runs, Mark McGwire, weren't they pretty bad that year too? Like as far as a team, I know McGwire was having that whole run with Sammy Sosa, But if I remember right, the Cubs were kind of good, like kind of in the playoffs, or maybe they weren't either. But I remember Mark McGwire and the Cardinals were like the only reason why that stadium was always sold out is because obviously he was chasing Maris's record. But if I remember right, that team wasn't very good either. Like they lost a lot of games. Let's see. Cardinals off to their worst start in 50 years. Grillmaster says cheaters lose. I don't know why there's cheaters. The Astros lose. Yeah, they lost tonight. And I think stupid Texas came back. They were losing tonight. Robert says James Malou, since I'm 30, can never remember them this bad. Or I think it was, James makes, my bad. Josh says, great, my girlfriend has hots for John Stamos. Well, you lose then, Josh. Emotional damage, Cardinals fans. Tonight. Yeah, they're going to be a lot of that, hopefully, this series.
Emotional damage.
The 2002 Figgy was legit. He sure was. Similar to the Dave Roberts for the Red Sox in theirs. Yeah, he was. A lot of people forget Dave Roberts was on the Red Sox, and wasn't he on the Padres and teams like that? Figgy was mostly playing center field also in 03. That's right. Say I miss Sean Figgins. You know who my name is right there. Totally awesome game. I don't want Gary Sanchez anywhere near us. The chair is very, very adamant on that. He's not a fan of that. Josh, you're dating Roger Lodge. Also, we got to get cracking. Sign Gary Sanchez. Also, keep Sanchez away. Spend money on another arm. Now, I do agree with that, Robert, and that's the thing too. Like I'm okay with them bringing up maybe some more young relievers with options to fill the void if they can, but then they'd have to drop a couple guys. But I would love to get some veteran presence in here. And yeah, if you can get veteran presence in that bullpen to further bolster it, it also further bolsters the confidence of the starters to go longer in games, or to realize, okay, if I don't have it this particular night, let me give it all I can, like Sandoval did for 5, and trust the bullpen can shut it down for the final 4. And, they did a great job tonight. I mean, a great job, and I hope that continues, especially here at home, as you did see Urshela hit 2 balls that they said would have left in Anaheim. So the ball will carry, too, when they come back here. The weather should be a little bit warmer for the weekend series with Texas, and or Friday night shouldn't be. I think Friday's going to be a little windy, and then Saturday and Sunday are going to be kind of like, a little warmer, especially that day game on Sunday. And then you got the 3 big games, starting the next week against Houston. Those are the ones that kind of scare me, because now we're going to, it's not an April, let's see how we stack up against them. It's a May, let's see how we stack up against Houston. And now it's Texas. Usually this would be, it's just Texas, let's warm up against them and then play Houston. Now it's like, shit, we're playing Texas. Gotta play them right because they're in first, and then we're playing Houston right after. So it's a big Texas 2-step at home, and both those teams can hit the long ball. So it's we're hoping the pitching can continue its hot streak going back to the Big A. John says, light that baby up. Quijada on his way out. We need a solid backup catcher. Theis isn't the answer. Oh, you mean you don't like this guy? You don't like Theis?
Oh, gnarly.
Hey, Theis, I don't remember putting you in the lineup.
I am today. Sorry I'm late. It's just like this new schedule's totally confusing. I'm so wasted.
That is the man right there.
It's a way of looking at that wave and saying, hey, bud, let's party. Where'd you get this jacket?
Dude, I swear to God, that he's Spicoli all the way. I swear Theis is like, dude, Nevin, I forgot my glove. I don't know where my glove's at. Does anyone else see like stuff running around like in the infield? There's a lot of goofy stuff going. Did you see those big sausages? That's him, dude. I swear to God. Let's see. Also, the chair agrees with Robert right there. Maybe the Angels can trade for a catcher that is not getting playing time elsewhere. Let's see. Randy's. I'll read all the comments, man. Calm down. Let's see. Light that baby up. Neto looks great. Glad the cheaters lost. Todd Clutch with a definition gatekeeper. Here we go. Let's see. Also, I agree with the chair. John says, Kai Long. Kai Long! Is this the Kai Long? I would love that. Let's hear the takes tonight. So far, not bad. The dictator is actually talking sense, then telling people what to think. Wow. So someone that I've really never seen on the show is actually talking shit. That's great, because I like that. I like when people can actually see the realness and actually. So I'll give you props right there. You're not taking personal attacks off the bat. So I appreciate that, Kai. Appreciate that. And I'm the dictator now. So there you go. I need a dictator hat. Maybe Brent Phillips can put a dictator hat on me, like a penis hat or something like that. So I could show you who's in charge, because I'm the only one that talks back. Because it's not like I take phone calls on here, and it's not like I let people say what they want to say on here, right? Because, I'm a dictator. First part of that word is dick. Let's see. Also, Kroomscar says, go Kraken, 4 unanswered goals. There you go. Josh says, that's definitely not what clutch means, but okay, here we go. The clutch thing keeps coming back. I wonder who brings it back. Let's see. Cubs made the wild card in 98. Cards didn't make the playoffs. Oh, that's right. All the guys here, where's the idiot that called me Kai Bush and your team meet? Spelling great again there. Kroomscar says, Halo's undefeated in May. Trouta here says, I like it, but why does James call himself the chair? How did he get that nickname? It's because he used to do a show from a chair on YouTube. I still think he does it, and he talks sports and stuff like that, and it's just sort of his title for his YouTube. So if you want to look up, he's like I said, he's got food reviews on there. All kinds of cool stuff, sports. He's a big Raider fan. He breaks down the Angels, breaks down football. I mean, basketball too. The chair with James Gonzalez is one to look up. Jacob Prim checks in with, just say Albert at my kid's practice. He wouldn't take a picture with any of the boys. So that sucks, because I was actually going to see I was asking Hunter's dad, who also is down there at times. I was hoping that he would make it out there for the team that we support. We support a special needs team, the Detroit Tigers, over there in Cyprus. We're kind of, what is it called, sponsoring them. And, I was hoping that, with his special needs background, with his charity, that he could come out. And I was hoping that Hunter's dad, I think Hunter's dad was trying to get him, get with his guy to get with Pujols, and I think that would have been huge for him to come down, just say hi to the kids, maybe sign a few autographs or take a couple pictures. But I wasn't expecting it to happen, but that was cool. And maybe you never know. Let's see. You know who this is? Says, don't be so disrespectful, Todd. I know, and I'm working on that thing. I have to make that soundbite right there. Maddie's got the cool one right there. Also, let's see, total prick, which is surprising because I thought he was a good guy. Kai says, as for your debate, answer is no. You have given a preconceived notion on what clutch is and have told these sheep what to think. Clutch situations can happen each play of the game. Okay. All right. Have a good one, Kai. Glad you stopped by. I mean, if that's how phony you are, that he has to cry about something that he doesn't agree with and just run, I don't give a fuck. Go. Bye. See ya. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. I mean, you're just making your points even more stupid. If you can't even freaking talk or go in a debate and you just got to run, that just shows you what a pussy you are. But sorry, I had to throw one back at you since you threw about 6 or 7 at us in your comments on our YouTube page. So sorry, that's a little beef with me and the Keister because I'm a dictator. Let's see, a Texas toast size of a test coming up here at the next homestand. Hayes says, fast times. Trout here says, was watching the O2 World Series with another the other night. Biggest clutch hit in the series, Spezio home run or Gloss's double. Trout here. When were those hits taking place? Those were late in the game. They weren't in the first inning. Oh, would that be considered clutch? Well, Spezio's, I say, would have to be, like, obviously the one that kick-started the comeback. And even when we interviewed him, he said that was, everyone thought they were going to win right after that home run. But I would have to say you have to give it to Gloss because Gloss has just put the Angels in the lead. That brought the house down. You know what I mean? That gave us the lead. That put us in a great position to go to Game 7. So I will go with Gloss. Let's see. The Kraken now. Seattle hockey right there. Randy's loving his new buddy. Let's see. Silseth being a one-season reliever due to the need is how the Brewers have been doing things with Brandon Woodruff and Corbin Burns, and something we used to do in the olden days with Chuck Finley. You know what? That's a good call. Chuck Finley. Didn't he come out of the bullpen in 85 and 86? I could have swore he was on the 86 team, Chuck Finley. And if he was definitely a reliever. So you're absolutely right. The chair says Dictator Thong. That'd be pretty sick. I mean, I'd already have the dick to fit in the thong, so there you go. Let's see. Kai has bloody front crack. Yep. Let's see. Rangers win. Yeah, that's the problem right there. Wayne Bryan says we can pay Loop to just sit on the bench. And that's the problem. I think we are. If Moore keeps pitching like this again, I ate crow because I didn't think Moore can perform like this. I didn't think that he was at this caliber. But his stuff is so good, and I didn't know he had that knuckle pitch and everything else like that, because he's always been on teams that I really hate, or I really don't follow. I mean, he's on Tampa Bay. He was on Texas. I believe he was on Toronto, or he was on another American League team, Matt Moore, at one point. So it's not like really I followed his career, and I wasn't really excited when the Angels signed him. I was like, okay, well, he's another Jaime Becerra. We have him, mid-relief. He could pitch from the left side. We'll have Jaime from the right side. I did not think he was going to fit into this inning that he has, the seventh inning and eighth inning. So credit to him. I mean, whatever they're doing in the bullpen, whether it's Zavinsky, him, Silseth, and along with maybe Austin Warren, which I'd like to see him get more opportunities. And then you have Estevez. It's like, the bullpen may be shaping up, and that's weird to say without Herget, without Quijada, and without a couple other guys in there, I mean? So who knows? Whoever's responsible for making the right calls, then kudos to you, because right now, I mean, the way they're picturing it, what a couple of you guys have said, Little Wayne and also Kyle Strange, talking about this team not getting the right stuff, from not getting the, having stopping Perry from pulling the strings, and do we, I mean, if it's true, do we actually give credit to Artie for saying, no, like, do we actually do that? I mean, it's hard to give him any credit, really. Let's see. Also, clutch is Derek Fisher, 0.4 buzzer beater to beat the dude. I'm telling you, Hayes, again, was that in the first quarter? I don't remember. that 0.4 to finish the first quarter. That's all I'm saying. Clutch would have been Mike Trout hitting a home run versus Shohei Ohtani in the WBC. There you go. Also, the Angels grandma says, it's my 70th birthday today, Todd. Angels grandma, I want to say, first off, I want to say happy birthday to you, as you're one of the best Angel fans out there. We love you, and also, you got a lot of
yes.
You got a lot of praise tonight on the game, so that was nice of Gooby and Wayne Randazzo to mention you tonight. She's a super fan. If you ever see the Angels grandma, it's hard to miss her because she always has the jersey or the shirt, and she's there with her grandkids. And she's always cheering on the Angels, always optimistic. She's not the optimistic Roger Lodge where the grass is always green. She could still call it how it is, but she'll be the first one to tell you, or try to, like, when you're down in the dumps. When I was calling out the team left and right, she was getting me to be like, okay, they have some positives, like last year. You know what I mean? She's always positive. We love the Angels grandma. So if you ever get a chance to say hi, then do so. Fernando says, until Kai calls the show, I'm convinced he's a burner account. Clutch equals W right there. Try to hear says, Clutch, Troy Gloss, 8th inning, double takes the lead in Game 6. I agree. Everyone's saying bye, Felicia. Let's see. Happy birthday, Angels grandma. Angels win. Finley did come out of the bullpen in 86. The chair says Moore finding the fountain of youth this late. His four-seam fastball and good curveball at 94 mixed in with his knuckle curve is fooling hitters. He sure is. And then Josh says, it's a big Felicia, big 20. Yes, Finn was a reliever in 86 on a team as a rookie. Okay, yeah, that's right. He was a rookie in 86. Man, what a career, man, for Chuck Finley. I think I would like a question of the day, Fernando, maybe at some point, to say which Angels player, if you could pick one from the past that never got a World Series, would you have loved to have, gotten a World Series in an Angel uniform? Because, for me, it's either Chuck Finley or Vladimir Guerrero. Like, one of those two guys, if I could give a World Series title to and they could win one in one of their seasons, whether it was Finley in 86, whether it was Guerrero in 05 or 09, like, to me, that would be so great to see another, obviously, World Series title in the Shrine, but to have one of those players to get one, that would have been amazing. Let's see. Also, let's see. Grillmaster says Matt is looking more and more impressive each outing. Let's see. Robert says, happy birthday to the Angels grandma. Glad that the Halos got the victory for you today. Absolutely. Hayes says fourth quarter and happy birthday Angels grandma by the chair. Also, Kroom's car says clutch is Robert Ory, a.k.a. Big Shot Rob. And again, I know Rob hit some really good shots there, but were those in the first quarter? Jason? Because I'm puzzled by that one. Bobby Gritch or Vladdy, is the chairs two right there. Also, I picked Mike Trout in 03. And then he also says Halo Honkish 23 for Mike Trout to get his World Series. Obviously, a World Series for Trouty would be great, obviously, but that's like now. I think if you had to pick a former player, I should have said that because obviously we'd love all these guys up here to get a World Series. But I'm telling you, those are my two favorite right there to get the World Series. Now, if anyone wants to call in, 714-598-3221, 714-598-3221. We take all the calls here, and whether good or so either way, it's all good right there because we either laugh, we cry, or
You serious?
Hey, you're on the Halo Honk line.
Hey, Todd. Guess what month it is?
It's
And
May.
Do you notice anything? Yeah, and it's my birthday month. And do you notice anything different about my voice?
I'm so wasted.
You sound much better.
I'm way better. I feel great tonight, and I just healed up in my birthday month. Oh yeah.
There you go, man. There you go. I'm glad you feel better because you sounded like you were gonna kill over, dude.
Yeah. Well, I just need one more night of rest, and then I'll be back on the road partying tomorrow. Oh yeah, back at it.
Just ease into the party. Don't go crazy.
Oh yeah, I will. But yeah, it's my birthday month, and I'm turning 17, and then I'm definitely gonna be partying for my birthday night. Oh yeah.
What's your birthday? The actual day?
May 29th.
May 29th. Okay, it's at the end. Are the Angels home that one, or are they on the road?
Yeah, they're home on that or they're on the road that Monday. But I'll call in one night before when I'm out at the river partying, and I'll call in and be like one night before my birthday, and then I'll call in that Monday night when it's my birthday and be like, I'm still out at the river, but it's my actual birthday tonight, and I'm out here at the river celebrating.
All right, cool, man. Good stuff.
Yeah,
So,
I'll be.
what'd you think of the win tonight? What was your favorite thing of tonight's show or the game?
Let's see. I just liked how we finally got our first win of the series, because normally we don't do that. I was like, oh, come on, we got to win the first game at least eventually during the series, and I was just happy about that. And then I'm watching Shohei Day tomorrow night, and then hopefully we take 2 of 3 from these guys, or a sweep would be nice in St. Louis, because we haven't been there in a couple of years.
Nice. Well, that's what I'm saying. We haven't played them in a while, and if we do get the series before coming home, that would be good momentum. So.
Yeah, especially against Texas and Houston. But other than that, it's my birthday coming up this month. I'm 17. I'm feeling great. I'm going to be back on the road this weekend partying and hanging out with friends and surfing, shredding our. And so, with that being said, go Angels, and I'll call it tomorrow night after Ohtani wins.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
All right, man. Take it easy, Big Hammer. Good to hear you feeling better. All right, that's Big Hammer right there. Opens up a line, 714-598-3221. A lot of people liking the Mountain Dew calls always. Because he's,
I'm so wasted.
no, he's not. But, I would love to have him try a Shirley Temple at some point. It's the Halo Honk line.
Angels win! Woo!
Yes, they do. Hello?
It's Grill.
Yeah, I know it's Grill. I know.
How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Great. So, did not expect that from Sandoval, but I'll take it. Looked great early on. Got a little worried there in the fifth, but he managed to pull through. But how about Chris Davinsky, huh?
Yeah, I like what he's got, man.
2 innings?
What's that?
Well, here's the thing. He was formerly, when he was drafted by the Cheaters, he actually was a really good reliever for them the year that they won the World Series, the fake World Series, which doesn't count, and I believe the year after, when he fell off. Boy, that's at least the 6th time a helicopter has flown over my area in the last 10 minutes.
Okay.
Davinsky looks like a good new 6th inning reliever now for 1 to 2 innings.
And if you can get that out of him, then it's perfect. We need this kind of pitcher right now to help the team right now to hold leads and stuff and give us more confidence. So if they're holding and put up zeros, I don't care who's back there as long as they're. Because right now nobody trusts Loop.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I'm kind of happy that we don't have Quijada. Obviously, you never like people to get injured, but Quijada not being here right now, actually, I think is going to help this team because he won't be blowing games. We'll just leave it to someone else to blow.
That's what she said. But but yeah, I mean, if
like a man walks into a bar and says, "Ouch."
Okay. And why would he say "ouch"?
Because he walked into a bar.
I get it.
Got him.
How dare you?
Yeah, you can give me the old fart sound effects for that one.
I gave you the drums for that one, so there you go. But
thank you. I'll take it.
What's your prediction?
Prediction tomorrow.
Yeah.
The team wearing red wins the game. Okay. Technically both teams are colored red, but so let's see. I looked at the matchups coming into game 2. It's Shohei Ohtani taking on Miles Michaelis. Michaelis, I didn't know this a couple of years back when we were last in St. Louis, but he formerly pitched with the Rangers. I think before he pitched overseas for a couple of years and then came back to the MLB signing with the Cardinals. Michaelis is, I believe, 1-1 with an ERA just under 6.
Prediction, Grill Master.
Angels. Oh God! If I give praise, I feel like everybody's gonna blame me for losing the game. So I think in my video I did say the Angels win 2 of 3. Angels win tomorrow. Low scoring game. 4-2.
Angels win 4-2.
Yes.
Okay.
It's going to be a low-scoring game because I also looked at the matchups. For when the Cheaters come to town, it's going to be Ohtani versus Valdez.
Okay.
So I can see that game. I can see that next start, the Astros winning like 2-1 or something like that.
Well, let's take one game at a time. So we got tomorrow 4-2. I'm thinking something similar, but I actually on the podcast I called the Angels by a touchdown. So there you go.
And one more note, as I said, no batter has ever faced on the Cardinals has ever faced Shohei Ohtani in their careers, but some of the hitters from the Cardinals have faced Griffin Canning because it was actually the 2019 season when Griffin Canning was, I think it was within Griffin Canning's first month in the league, or might have been his second year. I don't remember what year they originally called him up, but he had a start in St. Louis, and the Angels, I think, lost that game 4-1.
Oh, okay. No! All right, well,
he gave up a go-ahead homer to Marcelo Zuna.
Well, there's the breakdown right there. The Grill Master with his prediction. So 4-2. We're holding you to that.
Okay, you may hold me to that. Check out my short, by the way, I put up on YouTube today about the preview of this series and injury updates as well.
You got it. All right, Grill Master.
No. You don't like that color. I don't like that color. Not a very good color.
Well, that was the tone of the fans right there. You got a lot of love on here, Grill Master, for that call right there. It's the Halo Honk line.
Yeah, I'm calling from Catilla High School.
From Catilla High School. Would this be the home of the Leprechauns?
Yeah.
What you got, Rally Chris?
Holy shit, we won a game, 2 games in a row.
Are you that just down on this team, or you think they're going to be better, or are you happy? Because you sound a little pissed but shocked at the same time.
Well, because that's what we always do, get our hopes up then before we just shit the bed right now.
Mm. Well, at least you could root for your Lakers right now, and you got them in the postseason versus the Warriors or whatever.
Right, like right now we're winning by 1.5. Speaking of which, Oakland's doing something against the Mariners, surprisingly.
Oh, what are they doing?
Something called the no-hitter.
Oh, wow. that would be
through 7 innings, surprisingly.
Man, that would be crazy, because with a team with only 6 wins and they get a no-hitter, that would be pretty crazy.
Yep.
Because they're a terrible baseball team, right?
Yeah.
So what's been going on?
Like half of their wins are like against the AL West.
Well, yeah, they got 2 against us. That's really embarrassing. So, man, what's going on with everything else? Are you going to be getting to a game pretty soon?
Probably, because one of my friends he's from New York and everything, which is a Mets fan, and he said he's gonna be at the game on the 19th.
I was going to have to stay on my toes.
So you're gonna try to go on the 18th? You said?
No, 19th.
Oh, the 19th. Oh yeah, you were asking me. I saw that text. I gotta get back to you on that one. I'm not sure. Should be all right, but they switched around my hours yet again. So right now I think starting next week I'm gonna have a real stupid shift, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. And then it's going to go like that for 3 weeks, and then I'm going back. So there you go. So we'll talk more. I'll let you know.
Mm-hmm.
But anything else,
all
my
right.
man?
No, just beat the Cardinals, and then let's have a winning record at home. I'm saying we're going to at least take going 4-2 at home.
Okay. I hope so, man, because that would be good against 2 good teams like that. So we'll see what happens, my man.
Yep.
All right, brother. Have a good night.
You're right. Go Angels.
Go Angels. Number to call, 714-598-3221. Everyone's throwing shade back and forth at each other. It's pretty funny. Like I said, as long as no one goes crazy with it. It's the Halo Honk line.
Is this the famous indie wrestler Sabotage?
Yeah, yes it is. The backyard wrestler extraordinaire.
Dude, I'm telling you, you need to get us that video. We will put it behind a paywall. The money we get from the donations, we will donate. I need to see you go through a table.
Yeah, I go through a table. I get a ladder dropped on me. I jackknife powerbomb a guy, and then I do a pedigree, and then I get suplexed pretty nasty. So,
was this back when you had hair?
This was when I had hair. Yeah, it was actually flowing in the wind that day.
Really need to see this video.
Yeah.
Oh God, dude! I was talking to one of my friends earlier because I was talking to him about Raw yesterday, and we were talking about how like Paul Heyman was always bald on the top in the ECW days, but he always had the ponytail in the back. I don't know, man. At least you never tried to pull that look off.
Oh yeah, because I would think even if I'm intimate, with a woman at the time, I'd keep the hat on, like sort of like what's that? Not the Poison singer, or is it the Poison singer? The one that had his show like forever, Love Is Something or other, on MTV, but he always wore the headband, and I know that fool was bald underneath. So,
The Rock of Love guy.
Yes, the Rock of Love guy.
Brett Michaels?
There you go, Brett Michaels. The big rumor is that guy is bald up there. So,
didn't he always used to wear a giant cowboy hat? Like we're talking like a 10-gallon hat, like the guy from the Fairly Odd Parents, Doug Dimmadome, I think his name was.
Oh, I know, right? Like that's the thing, man. If I could pull off a look, it would not be that, and it definitely wouldn't be the Paul Heyman ponytail. Nah, I gave up on that a long time ago.
Dude, I can't imagine, like a girl being like, "Hey, let's get in the bedroom," and all of a sudden they're stroking your rat tail.
I'm like, hey, watch the hat.
Yeah, right. This is not a toupee, I promise.
See, there it is right there. It's along with Flavor of Love. James always goes to that. He's got the pop culture Flavor of Love.
Yeah, no, dude, frickin' James' brain is like just a never-ending cycle of like trivia. Like we got to get this guy on Jeopardy or something.
Yeah, he definitely knows his sports and he definitely knows his pop culture for sure and music. So he's there. He's right there.
Exactly. He hits me with zingers every time like we're at the tailgate or something. I'm just like, how the fuck do you know that, bro?
For real.
No, I basically just called to say that my boy Brett Phillips needs some justice. He got robbed today of the Golden Stamos. I think he deserved it. Oh for 1, who cares? The guy's form was flawless. You wish you could put a hat on the way that man can. This man literally is getting paid $1 million for vibes. That's not even an understatement.
That's true. I mean, that's for a long time last season. That's how Velasquez kept his job too. He was like right there with a hat the whole time. So
maybe that's just an underrated stat that we just don't think Perry thinks about. Perry's like, no, we need a hat guy. Guys, we need a hat guy. Okay?
Yeah, you know what? I think there's a stat. I think they put the hat stat right next to velo. I think that's the one.
That's what people think that Artie was freaking out about. Like, no, you got to let Phil Nevin do his job. Really, Artie said, no, you have to let Brett Phillips do his job. That's what people just confuse Phil Nevin with Phil Lips.
Yeah, there you go.
They're both just as important to the team, so I understand where the correlation could be made, but I'm just saying, the exit velo on him putting the hat on, 116 miles an hour, and it was the difference in the game. Just saying.
It might have been. I mean, did you see that video that came out of Brett Phillips when he was in Tempe? And he showed up in a 2014 or 13 Kia Soul. It was like an older Kia Soul. It was bright red. And all of them
saw that, yeah.
Yeah, and all of them were like, man, everyone's rolling up in nice designer cars. They're like, hey, what's up with a car? And he's like, I asked him for some Angels vibes. Give me the reddest thing you got. They gave him a freaking Kia Soul.
Yeah, I recently dated a girl who had a Kia Soul, and the vibes were definitely off.
I used to be married with one that drove one. So we all know how that went.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. Same.
Yeah, don't go with a girl that drives a Kia Soul. Just saying.
There you go. You heard it here, folks, from Sabotage.
Shut up, man.
And last thing I have for you, this Kai Long guy, you can suck up these little Latino boy nuts. Have a good night, Todd.
You too, man. There you go right there. Fernando checking in. Yeah, it'd be nice if Kai would call in. That'd be great. Let's see. Also, you guys just going back and forth, Grimace. Oh, jeez. Don't be DMing everybody. Just calm down, everybody. Everybody calm down. Tonight, there was also a good game. Well, see, we have a phone number here. It's the Halo Honk line.
Yo, it's Supra.
What's up,
man?
What's up, Super? How you doing?
Good. We won. So, if you won, I'm pretty much in a good mood. So,
yeah, I mean,
very good game.
Go ahead.
I said it was a very good game.
Yeah.
Sandoval was off to a very good start.
Mm-hmm.
He got kind of scratched up in the fifth. I didn't know why Nevin put him in the sixth, but Davinsky, I think that's how you say it, got out of it, so that's good. And the Cardinals' offense wasn't doing anything much else after that, so we beat them 5-1. I wish they scored more runs in the later of the game, but we won, so I have nothing to complain.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to complain when they lead from start to finish. My only thing is, if they get into another game like this with a better team, with a better offense that can kind of adjust as the game goes along, then yeah, you run into those possibilities of potentially blowing the lead if you go quiet for so long. So I'm at least glad that they got that fourth run. or the 5th run. But yeah, it would be nice if they would add on a run here and maybe a run there, and then there you go. It could make it a little bit easier because that demoralizes other teams when you're able to answer back. And sometimes like this, you heard on the telecast, the Angels lead the league in blown saves. So there you go.
Well, I think the blown saves kind of has to do with the offense, but it also has to do with like Nevin's poor bullpen management. So yeah,
it's
like, remember when he put Jaime Barrero in a save situation, which is like the most stupidest thing you can ever do. So like, yeah, we got blown saves because of that, but we also should score some runs.
Yeah, it's a combination thing. You're right. And right now, hopefully these guys stay hot. I mean, you got to believe that they're going to hit a rough spell at some point, but hopefully they stay hot and the bullpen can continue to give us opportunities to win. Because this is an offense where, again, a night where Drury was not hitting. Renfroe really didn't do much. Urshela went 0 for 4. That's the problem. They've been having too many guys not having productive at-bats, and that kind of breaks your chances of adding on a run here or run there. So we'll have to – hopefully they'll get more in the clutch with these guys late in the innings.
Yeah. Didn't Trout go 0 for 4?
No, he got a hit, I believe. He got one hit. So
really? One hit? Oh, yeah. Okay. So 1 for 3.
1 for 4.
Wait, let me check. I'm pretty sure he didn't get a hit, but I'm pretty sure it was like 0 for 4. Let me check real quick.
No,
I don't remember.
I think he got a hit in the first inning. Let's see.
I think he walked. Actually, yeah, he walked.
Oh, he walked.
So he did go. Yeah.
Okay, well then he had an offer
one walk.
Yeah. Okay.
It was rough. He's not statistic. He's not according to stats. He's not really good when he's on DH. So, but Ohtani since Ohtani has taken a break, I expect Ohtani to throw harder tomorrow because he has a 2-day break. And when he has more rest, the harder he usually throws. So let's see how he does tomorrow. So
I'm looking at him with that lineup right now. Only pretty much Contreras, Arenado, and I know I'm leaving out one, and Goldschmidt. There's really not too much, to that lineup. You know what I mean? So like I'm thinking that if he has no control problems, he's not walking anybody tomorrow, he's going to easily go 7 innings.
Yeah, he should go hopefully he goes 8 innings, but let's see.
Yeah, let's see what he can do.
I don't think there's any weather problems tomorrow in St. Louis. Let me check real quick. Weather.com.
Yeah, it should be good tomorrow for those. But
yeah, let me check real quick. Yeah, when weather's rough and cold, he hasn't have any control. So at 7 p.m. it's 12 degrees, which is not humid. When it's really humid, it's terrible for him, but it's average. So I think it's 12 degrees Celsius. So he should be fine, I think.
Yeah, he'll be fine. It won't be too bad in St. Louis. This time of year is not bad. It's when I think it's July, August, and September gets super hot in St. Louis. So we came to St. Louis at the right time of the year. So that's good.
Yeah.
But all right, Supra, we'll talk to you tomorrow. I got to get a couple more things in here before I take off, but appreciate the call, man.
Yep, you too, bro.
You got it.
See you, Todd.
See ya. That's Super right there checking in. Also, let's see. You guys are naming cars left and right. I love it. Let's see. I want to read a couple of these because it is true. There's a typical chick to all these cars. But first, Wayne Bryan says clutch is David Ortiz. I agree. Hayes says Nissan Altima. Ooh, I never had a problem with a girl with an Altima. But definitely had a problem with what's that other Nissan car? The very damn it! Why am I not picking up on names? It's the OG basic Nissan car. I think someone will hit me up with that one, but that's one that I always had problems with girls. Let's see. Fernando says, dude, the girl I was seeing after my wife had a Kia Soul. The most recent girl had a Nissan Altima Haze. Geez, what woman with a car should I avoid next? The chair volunteers Volkswagen Jetta. Volkswagen Jettas. Chicks with Volkswagen Jettas are usually pretty crazy and down for whatever. Just saying. Also, I might actually need to date a girl with a bus pass at this point. That's pretty good. No hitter over right there. Thanks, Mateo. Unfortunately, Seattle avoided that. Date a woman like a Corvette, fast and made of plastic. Well, then you better have some money. Let's see. The chair says, I've never seen Busch Stadium so empty. Yeah, it looked pretty bad. Never date Mercedes drivers. Cougars have Escalades. That's true. Let's see. Maxima. No, not a Maxima. Sentra. The Sentra. Yeah, that is. Thank you. That is like the car to stay away from. I've had some bad experiences with that one. Let's see. How about a girl with a Volkswagen TJ? I've never heard of that car before. Let's see. Ford girls or Jeep girls or 4Runner or Chevy truck girls. Look, a girl that's on not an actual car 4Runner, but a 4Runner like bike. If you got a girl that's into 4Runners, dude, she's gonna break you if she puts her legs around your stomach. You know, they got them hips or they got them thighs, man. I'm just saying, chick like that's is gonna be a chick that might smash a beer can off of her forehead, and be one of those country girls. I don't know, but yeah, there's all types, but I think we can all agree on one thing. Is that women are not the best drivers. I know I said it, and, I know maybe rude to somebody, but, dude, I mean, my girl can't parallel park to save her life right now, so I'm just saying. Let's see. Plenty of those girls in high school. James likes them thighs. You know, it is what it is, man. Tesla drivers. Even with the cameras. I mean, some guys can't drive either, but I'm getting canceled. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I mean, look, I'll sum it up this way. Just date a girl, first off, at your pace. Like, don't make it like, I got to have her now. I got to put a ring on it. I got to put a name on it. Just ease on into it, man. Because I've made that mistake. You know, everyone's made that mistake out there as a guy. And you're only causing yourself heartache. So believe me, the love, the relationship, that'll all come, and you'll get the signs from her at some point, you know, to nail it down. Don't nail it down when she wants to do it all the time. You do it on your pace as well. So with that being said, I don't know how we got into that, but that's how the show goes sometimes. It goes way over like either time limit or we freaking just get into other stuff as long as baseball. Always give out love tips at some point. But anyway, it was a good win tonight. I'm glad that everyone stayed on and got through the comments and the phone calls and everything else like that. Game 2 tomorrow will be on here, same time, same bat channel. And then the finale, I'm not sure if I'll be on or not. I'll have to work that out on Thursday. We'll see what's up. And then I'll be at the Big A. I'll be at the Big A on Friday. So if you're at the game, come by and say hi. We'll be there, and I think James will be in studio as well, and then we should have also, I believe Matt is going to come down. We're going to have a few Angel fans there, probably be walking around a lot, but I think it'll be in section 103, so if you want to come by and say hi, please do so. So with that being said, everyone have a good rest of your night. The Angels win. Halos win.